Shalom. Want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakah Kadash. That's Yahweh, the Father, He exists. Basham, in the name of Yahweh Shai, the Son is salvation. Right? Basham, in the name of Rakah, the Spirit, Kadash, holy. And big up and praise all of the brethren, the Akyam, the Nabayahim, the prophet them, and the Akwaf, the sister them, where up push the 100% through the four corners of the earth. And double honor to the elder them at the GMS, where I push the 100% through from where they through all of the affliction and all the slander them get. Right, so let's talk about Asareth, right? Asareth. We're there upon the Jewish encyclopedia right now. Turn on the music. We're there in the Jewish encyclopedia right now. This is where the so-called Jewish people say this is their writing, this is their book, right? So anybody want to say, oh, this is anti-Semitism, brethren, it depends on the Jewish encyclopedia.com. This is their sightings, this is their writings, right? So Asareth, you understand now? Asareth, right? The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration, according to 2nd Esdras 13 and 45. Columbus identified America with this land. So Christopher Columbus, Cristobal Colon, identified America with the land that the 10 tribes of Israel dwell. This is in the Jewish encyclopedia, right? So them I say that the Latino man them and the Native American man them are the 10 tribes of Israel, right? And we are going to go into this right now, because 2nd Esdras 13 and 40, those are the 10 tribes. Because when you go into Israel, you ask them people, we so claim for be the Israel, for be Israel, the Jewish. Them I go tell you, say nobody know what happened to the 10 tribe them. But we know what happened to the 10 tribe them, because like Amos say, the Lord will do nothing but reveal him secrets unto the prophet them. So yo, we're there to tell you the secrets, man. Right, so 2nd Esdras 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, whom Shalmaneser the king of Assyria led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. So remember, say Sennacherib and Shalmaneser did deport the kingdom of Israel. We're not talking about the kingdom of Judah, talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. We're talking about the kingdom of Israel, Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, Naphtali, Asher, Simeon, Gad, Reuben, Zebulun, the whole of them, right? Those are the 10 tribes, the whole 10 tribes, man, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land, right? So what happened to this? So after them reach Assyria, right, verse 41, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen from Assyria and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So them say, yo, we are going to left Assyria, man. We are going to leave Assyria. Right, verse 42, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. So they have to go to a new land now where mankind never dwell, for try to keep them law, statutes, and commandments then. Right? 43. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. So them start where the river did small. For leave the land of Assyria, them happen at the Euphrates River, and the Euphrates River dumps out into the Persian Gulf. Right? Verse 45, for through that country there was a great way for go, namely a year and a half, and the same region is called Asareth, right? So the same Asareth with the Jewish encyclopedia said the name of the Asareth, when you see it, Asareth, The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration, according to 2nd Ezra 13 and 45. Columbus identified America with this land. Right? So, for through that country there was a great way for go, namely a year and a half. And the same region is called Aseret. So from the Persian Gulf where the Euphrates empty out, it took a year and a half for them to reach America. Right? And when you look on the ocean currents map, the Persian Gulf there between Iran and Saudi Arabia, right? You see that red line there? The ocean currents take them down from the Persian Gulf down the southeast side of Africa. Then them swing round the Cape. And then this blue one take them up the southwestern coast of Africa. And from there so them branch off from this other current where take them to Brazil and to Cuba and North America. Right? The ocean currents take them. You understand? And when you look upon the Native American and Latino traditional wear, them clothes where them traditionally did wear before them get colonialized. Right, and them still wear this today. Them have the fringes with the border blue. You understand? Little fringe with the border blue. You understand? You see it? Fringe with the border blue. Right? And it said that in the land of Aseret they would keep the law of Moses. Now, one of the law of Moses, Numbers 15 and 38, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. Right? So that's why you see the Native Americans and Latino in them traditional indigenous wear, it follow the law of Moses, because them come to Asareth, which is North America and South America, the Americas. And the reason why them come to America, 2nd Ezra 13 and 42, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. Right? And we know that Asareth is talking about this America. Asareth, according to the Jewish encyclopedia, right, the name of the land beyond the great river, away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration, according to 2nd Ezra 13 and 45. Right? So, man, them will say, well, the Latino and the Native Americans, them never go through the curses of Deuteronomy 28, so them can't be Israelite, because them man they were the type of man them will never read in a school, never care about information and learning anything. Them just hear a next man attack and them agree with the man because them say him have a something, him have a name, him have a image already. And wherever that man they tell them a go listen to it, because them a look for the image versus the true knowledge and wisdom. Right? Because knowledge and wisdom tell you say that Native Americans and the Latino them have went through have gone through the curses of Deuteronomy. Right? So Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now when it talk about Egypt, it talking about slavery. Again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. And when it mean buy you, right, out of the slavery, because back in Leviticus 25 and 47, if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, verse 48, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him. Verse 49, either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him or of his family may redeem him. Or if he be able, he may redeem himself. So back when the Israelites did sell ourselves as slaves unto somebody, the law said we can buy ourselves out of the slavery and be redeemed. But this slavery where the Native Americans, the Latinos and the so-called black people did go through, we could not buy ourselves out of the slavery, because the law of the land was saying that we are just slaves. We are 2 3/5 a person, right? And that we have no rights. So we couldn't save ourselves out of this. The rich brethren could not save the next brother from massa. You understand? So did the Native Americans go through this slavery and the ships and Deuteronomy 28 and 68 and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemy for bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. Right? Did this happen to the Native Americans and the Latino them? Yes, when you go to brown.edu, right? Colonial enslavement of Native Americans, included those who surrendered to, right? This is on a college website, right? When you go down, Native American slavery is a piece of history of slavery that has been glossed over, Fisher said. Between 1942 and 1880, between 2 and 5.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas, in addition to 12.5 million African slaves, right? While natives had been forced into slavery and servitude as early as 1636, it was not until King Philip's War, right? So that's why you get the Philippines, because them take some of the Puerto Ricans and the Mexican them over to the Philippines on the ship, right? So it was not until King Philip's War that natives were enslaved in large numbers, Fisher wrote in a study. The 1675 to 1676 war pitted Native American leader King Philip, also known as Matacam, and his allies against the English colonial settlers, right? During the war, New England colonies routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves. New England colonies routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves. Shipped Native Americans as slaves. Hold on. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So during the war, New England colonies routinely shipped Native Americans as slaves to Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, Azores, Spain, Tangier, and North Africa. So them man they over there in the Maghreb, them mix and mingle Arab man them. Some of them are Israelites as well. Man them in the Azores, like La Palma Island was burning up last year. Them man they have Israelites over there so as well as some of them FBA foundational black children of adults American man them will say only people born in America, them people need to shut the fuck up, because listen, right? They said that man them in the Caribbean, man them over there so North Africa, man them in the island of Africas, right? Them people were the Native Americans that were shipped away in a slavery, right? So while Africans who were enslaved did not know where they would be taken, Native Americans understood that they could be sent to Caribbean plantations and face extremely harsh treatment far from their homes and communities. According to the study, fear of this fate spurred some Native Americans to pledge to fight to the death, while others surrendered, hoping to avoid being sent overseas. The studies found. So man, them a talk about Native Americans and Latinos don't go through the curses that Deuteronomy. Them man, they just don't fucking read. Them a wait for the next famous and wealthy mighty man to come and agree and spew the bullshit where them want for fucking talk about. Because listen, we just read on the college website, right? You have enough citing that the Native American and who are the Latinos to Native American mean were native to North America and South America. We can say Latino because some of them, majority of them now speak Spanish, which make them Latino, right? Latino just mean you speak a Latin-based language, right? It's not a race, it's a language class. Like if we speak English, we are Anglophones, we are Anglo-Saxons, right? So, yeah. When you go up on the Time magazine now, right? This is a Time magazine. You want to find it. This is talking about the recognition of Native Americans, right? You have, hold on. Yeah. So language of race and the evolution of red black peoples. By the end of the colonial period, enslaved. What happened to that? That's a curse in Deuteronomy, man. So enslaved Indians were classified as Negro along with their black enslaved counterparts. Right? So you have some dark skin dark brown man them who parade themselves as Judah or Benjamin or Levi, thinking them a black man, are really of the tribe of Gad and Reuben and the other northern kingdom tribes, because at one point some of we get classed as the same thing, the same byword, the same racial word where the white man make up, them start call all the tribe them. Right? So some Native American, some Latino man them are just niggers, right? According to these people. Why? Because Hosea 7 and 8, Ephraim, that are the leading tribe of the northern kingdom, as Judah are the leading tribe of the southern kingdom. Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake, not turn. So some of them dark like a regular black, so-called black person. And then some of them vanilla looking. Either of them look straight like white man them. Right? Because we are the speckled bird heritage. So the Lord make it happen. Right? Ephraim is a cake, not turn. Upon one side, them dark. On the other side, them light. You understand? And for say that, this is why some people don't want to admit that the Native Americans and the so-called Latino them are Israelites, because it's black woman worship. Because I talk to a lot of black woman, the so-called black woman who say them are Israelite, and what them always say, not all of them, but some of them say is, oh, you want to get Mexican girl and Puerto Rican girl, so them afraid that the so-called black man, because of the way some so-called black man get treated by the black woman, them are gonna say, oh, F the black woman, and go straight to the northern kingdom tribe woman, and then that's all it is black woman worship. And the man them we say nah, so the Native American and the Latino them are not the Israelite. Them black woman worshippers as well. Them will say anything to keep the black woman happy, so that them can get some black woman pum pum. And them not concerned about teaching 100% truth. Them a dickhead man them time short. Right? So more curses. Deuteronomy 28 and 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. So we know that happened at the slavery time, but we have to make it more clear, because Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord your Yahweh thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Right? And these curses, they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So vocab alone, you are talking about the curses are agreement now. So the curse upon the seed of the Israelites forever. Even at this time right now, you have so-called black woman, right? She have a baby, she weigh 110 pounds. Them I go tell her, because you weigh 110 pounds, your breast can't nourish the child enough, so we have to take the baby from you. Yeah, the same doctor will take a jib job and know them a drop like fucking fly. Them a tell the so-called black woman them blood clot lie them for take away our babies them. Right? And them do this to the so-called Latino and Native Americans as well. You understand? Them do this to them as well. Cause you look pan where ICE do the ICE, where some so-called black people love to call upon the so-called Latino dickhead man them. You all bash them, you all shy go get to know. You might go get to know no. I bring wickedness upon your own people them. Right? ICE detainees alleged hysterectomies recall a long history of forced sterilization. Right? Multiple human rights groups recently joined a nurse in accusing a privately owned U.S. immigration detention center in Georgia of forcibly sterilizing woman. right? Claim Dr. Mahendra Amin conducted unauthorized medical procedures on woman detained by U.S. Customs and Immigration Enforcement. The whistleblower Don Wooten is a nurse and a former employee at the center. She claims a high rate of hysterectomies were performed on Spanish-speaking women and women who speak various indigenous languages common in Latin America. Right? So them man there I do all type of experiment sadly this treatment of Latina, indigenous and so-called Latino, so-called Native American and so-called black people, right? Sadly this treatment of Latina, indigenous and black women is nothing new. The US has a long history of forcibly sterilizing women from these communities, right? So we see Isa Guan right there, so right, and then look on this. Hold on, wrong thing. Hold on. Look on this. Family separation 2.0. Parents in ICE detention have to decide whether to keep their children or release them to sponsors. Sponsors, you mean the raping white people who molest and rape and prostitute them children here and turn them into batty man and batty girl? Yo, you understand? Lucy turned 2 in isolation. Well, I want to get to the point right here. Lucy was only about 14 months old when she was first detained at the facility located in the small town of Dilley, Texas. Lucy's hair has grown longer. She has learned more words and she's taken her first steps, all in detention, Maria says. You have a little 2-year-old girl in a detention. You take the people on, and when them come for return back to it, when you call them fucking illegal immigrants and lock them up. Yo, these so-called white people are the worst people ever, man. And them will say, well, 13% of the crime. You shut up shut up. Them man there in Latin America don't have one gun production facility. Yet them have all of the same gun, the US Special Forces. Them have the same body armor as the US Special Forces. Look on the helmet of the cartel. Them have the same apparatus for grip the $20,000 night vision goggle of the US Special Forces. Why? Because the CIA, the FBI are the one where I give them all of the fucking weapon them to the wrong people of everybody community. Them give the gun them to all of the bad man, all of the bad girl them, and then them turn around and say, look at these people. Are these the people of God? These people wicked, man. Right? Maria, who spoke under the condition that time used pseudonyms to identify her and her daughter because calls are monitored at the detention center, so them people can't even tell you what happened to them because them are cut off the phone. You know them get away with this. Them have black people were working at this, Latino people were working at this, and white people working at this. Are doing anything them would fucking do for a fucking paycheck. Them will sterilize your woman. Them will separate the family. Them will take a 14-month-old and give her to some LGBT Batman child rapist people. And these people are fucking exceedingly wicked, right? Cars are monitored at the detention center, and she feared retribution by immigration officials that speaking to press could negatively impact our request for asylum, right? Meanwhile, they might invite every Ukraine Nazi in this place. As Yaman cases continue to increase across the country, court orders from 2 different lawsuits have created a situation that lawyers and advocates are calling another form of family separation. In the first decision, a federal judge in California required ICE to release the roughly 120 children in U.S. immigration custody by Monday, July 27. In the second, a federal judge in Washington, D.C. decided on Wednesday to deny a motion for release all parents and children together. So them don't want to release the children with the parents. Them just want to release the man this day, the woman that day, and the children are that day there, next day, right? Detention, immigration, and customs enforcement, ICE detention must decide whether or not to keep the children with them in custody or to release them out to sponsors raping, child prostitution, white people, and LGBTQ people, right? we've been calling this family separation 2.0. So for the man them where I say, the Native Americans, the Latino them don't go through the curses. Deuteronomy 28 and 41. Thou shall beget sons and daughters, but thou shall not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. That's a captivity right there. So them lock up with a aluminum foil blanket. This is wicked, man. This is wicked, man. You can't even, they might take down the video or something, because this is wicked. Right, them people don't even butter. You see some so-called white people, them will look on this video and say, we have to turn that off, man. He's not TikTok. I'm not racist. Shut up, man. Shut up. Look what's going on. This is them people, and you come here, you take over them land, you push them out past the Rio Grande, and then when them come cross again, because you give all of the bad man in all them country guns and APCs, and when them run away from them bad man and come here, then you lock them up and separate, and you experiment upon the man wife vagina, you take him children and send him off to Batman and go to Epstein Island, forget molest and thing, and then you divide up all of them, and then you say, America first. You know how wicked, dirty people, right? Wicked, dirty people. So, remember, Asareth now, right? Asareth in a second Esdras 13, right? 45. This are the Jewish encyclopedia. The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration, according to 2 Esdras 13 and 45. Columbus identified America with this land. So Columbus will get sponsors from Spain and Rome and Italy. Man, when him present the message to them who are sponsor him, tell them, we can't get the 10 tribes here. We already take down Judah in the so-called Moors. We take them down. That are Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. No, we can't get the rest of them. Alright, them sure them they in the Asareth. Them say, where Asareth? Them say, that Americas, man, we can make it over there, so we can make it. So Columbus identified America with the land where the 10 tribes of Israel would dwell. Right? So Hosea 1 and 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. It shall come to pass, that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God, Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai. So it say in the encyclopedia, I said them are the people. It's saying that the encyclopedia say, the Latino and the Native Americans are the 10 tribes. Same place where it say them are illegal immigrants. Same place where them get locked up in the ICE detention place. Same place where them get shot down just like so-called black man get shot down. Same place where even the Southern Kingdom I tell them say, uno are nothing. Nah, sir, this place, this Babylon arms house place, them get tell say, nah sir, the Bible, the spirit of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, and the wicked man them all I say uno are the Israelites, and we can see uno are the Israelites. You understand? So Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity, because the Lord never tell the so-called white man to come and do any of this. Right, from South America, you have the Atacama, you have the Belela, you have the Guarani, you have the Arawak, you have the Mosquito, you have the Maya, you have the Aztec, you have the Cara, you have the Mayo, you have the Comanche, you have the Iroquois, you have the Algonquin, you have the Yakama. Right, all of them are sub-tribes of the 10 tribes of Israel. These are them little kingdoms when them build up in the land of Asareth. And the so-called white man come through and take this by blood and force and rape and rob and plunder and pillaging and child murder. You understand? Them murder the people them. And when the people them murder the people them, force them into boarding horses, them force them upon reservation, force them across the border, and when them come and then them give all of the bad people in the land with them, force them into guns and drugs, and when the people who don't want to incorporate with the guns and drugs try to run away from the lands where the CIA and the FBI and the DEA are create hell, them run into America where them did there already before the white man come, and then them get called illegal immigrant, and then them get forced in a concentration camp, ICE camp. Them woman get them pum experiment pan. The children get sent to Batman and child pedophile them, and the man them get released back in the jungle with nothing, no family, no children, not a damn thing. Right? So woe to them, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he speak a smooth, nice, good word when it sound good like wine. You understand? When you drink the wine sweet. When you drink too much, it bitter. Yeah, he transgressed by wine. He's a proud man. Neither keep it at home. The man they always in some other people land. Land belongs to the 10 tribe them. Alright, Esau, the so-called white man, have him own land over there, so in a Petra, Jordan, the land of Edom. But him don't want to go back in the cave. Him don't want to go back in the cave. Him don't want to go back in the Mount Seir. They don't want to go back home. Right? Neither keep it at home. Who enlargeth his desire as hell. Him want everything. Him want everything. Him want your soul. Him want to be in your body. Him want to put the mark of the beast in you. Right? Him want to experiment by your woman pum pum. Him want to take your children and make rappers famous if them have sex with your children, and make movie stars famous if them have sex with your children. Right? Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, kind man, the man has sinned and cannot be satisfied. No, so him can't be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Them are the wicked man them, bro. The wicked man them. Them are the wicked man them who say they are Jews but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You understand? Because the people where they in Israel right now, them are not Israelite. Them are no Judah. Them are no Benjamin. Them are no Ephraim. Them are no Manasseh. Them are no Reuben. Them are no Levi. Them are no Gad. Them are Idumeans. Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the Eden, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful mind, for casting off for a prayer. So them man, them have put the Lord's land in a them possession. Who own the land of Israel right now are the Idumeans, because Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession. When you look up Idumea, the meaning of Idumea is Edom. Edom was a ancient kingdom in Transjordan, located between Moab to the northeast and Arabah to the west, and the Arabian desert to the south and east. Yeah man, you understand? Bozrah, Edom are the Idumeans, right? So all them Idumeans get the land by the Balfour Declaration. Balfour Declaration, November 2nd, 1917, statement of British support for the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. It was made in a letter from Arthur James Balfour, the British Foreign Secretary, to Lionel Walter Rothschild, second Baron Rothschild of Tring, a leader of the Anglo-Jewish community. So you see the Rothschild them are the Jewish. We know say them evil and wicked, and them take possession of the land. And Ezekiel 36 and 5 said that the Idumeans would take possession of the land. Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful mind, for casting out for a prayer. Them are the Idumeans. So prophecy supersedes feelings. If you don't feel like them man, they are the Edomites, well, too fucking bad, because the scripture said that them will take possession of the land, and we see who possess the land right now. The Israel-Palestine partition plan, proposal by United Nations, recommended partition of mandatory Palestine at the end of the British mandate, November 29, 1947 to 1948, is when them start to take the land. Them take the land. Right? So this is why Armageddon have to pop off, because the way them treat all 12 tribes from the 10 tribes to the southern kingdom, and then them part up the land. Joel 3 and 2, I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, God's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they've scattered among the nations. How them do it? With remember, say them take the Native Americans and send them off to Jamaica, Barbados, North Africa, the Azores, the Philippines, and them take the so-called black people in Europe and Africa, then take us and bring us over to New England, to Florida, Virginia, Jamaica, Barbados. Them take us and bring us to Brazil and all them places there, Guyana. Right? Them scatter God's people, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted Milan with the Israel-Palestine partition plan and the Suez Canal. Them part up the Lord's land, which are Israel, from the Nile River to the Euphrates River. Them even separate the land with the Suez Canal. Them really part up the land physically, and then they do it politically, man. So yeah, man. The Latino, Native American, them are Israelite, just like the so-called black man are Israelite. You have to follow the curses. You have to go by the spirit. You have to stop listening to them fool man. Them we don't know what them are talk about. Them are teach for your name, and them are teach for numbers. Them not teach for wake up the elect. Them don't care. Them don't care. Them are offend the elect. Right? And make sure you don't offend the elect. So the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites, man. Make nobody tell you different. Them man, they are idiot. So shalom.